What if I told you a team could have more possession, more passes, more corners, and still never be in control of the match? Ecuador thought they were dictating this game. For long stretches, it looked that way. But Mexico weren't trying to control the ball. They were setting a trap, and once Ecuador stepped into it, there was no way out. From the opening whistle, Ecuador looked comfortable. They kept possession. They rotated the ball. They pushed Mexico deeper and deeper. On the surface, it looked like dominance. But something unusual was happening. Mexico weren't pressing high. They weren't chasing the ball. They were inviting it. Every Ecuador pass forward, every extra touch in midfield was pulling them slightly out of shape. Mexico weren't reacting. They were waiting. Because this wasn't pressure. It was a setup. And then it happened. A small mistake in Ecuador's build-up. One touch too slow, that was enough. Mexico exploded forward instantly. No hesitation, no build-up. Just direct transition. 3 passes later. Julián Quiñones was through. Calm finish, 1-0. But look at what really happened. Ecuador didn't get countered randomly. They got lured forward, then punished in the space they themselves created. The trap had worked once, but the match was just starting. Ecuador responded by doing what most teams do. More possession, more pressure, higher line. Exactly what Mexico wanted, because now the spaces were even bigger. And again, Mexico waited, then struck. Quiñones this time as the creator. A perfectly timed pass breaks the line. Raúl Jiménez finishes it, 2-0. And at this moment, the game was no longer balanced. It was controlled, just not by the team holding the ball. Now look at the numbers, because this is where it gets misleading. Ecuador, 57% possession, 416 passes, 8 corners. Mexico, 43% possession, 306 passes, 3 corners. On paper, Ecuador looked dominant. But here's the real story. Mexico had almost double the shots, and 3 times more shots on target. Because possession without penetration is just circulation. Ecuador had the ball. Mexico had the danger. So what was the trap? Mexico didn't press everywhere. They blocked the center, forced Ecuador wide, and let them circulate harmless possession. Ecuador kept thinking they were progressing, but they were being guided into safe zones. No central access, no final third threat, no real penetration. Then, the moment Ecuador overcommitted, Mexico attacked the space behind them. Fast, direct, clinical. This wasn't counterattacking by accident. It was pre-planned reactions to Ecuador's structure. Mexico didn't chase the game. They shaped it. As frustration grew, Ecuador's game broke emotionally. Fouls increased, yellow cards came, then a red card. And that was it. The structure collapsed completely. Mexico didn't need to change anything. The trap was already complete. This match is a reminder of something football often hides. Possession doesn't equal control. Ecuador had the ball. Mexico had the plan. Ecuador built passes. Mexico built outcomes. And in knockout football, outcomes are everything. So the question is simple. Did Mexico outplay Ecuador? Or did Ecuador walk into a trap they never recognized? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy tactical football stories like this, subscribe, because every match has a hidden story. We just uncover it.